Brooklyn and I'm a 7th grader.
I'm Eden, I'm an 8th grader.
I'm Caden and I'm a 7th grader.
I'm Blake, I'm a 7th grader as well. And so we were really happy to be able to have a school walkout yesterday. We were really happy to show our support for advancing the gun violence laws in Colorado and making sure no school shootings happen again. It really only started because I just noticed that lots of other schools were having ones on Wednesdays. And so I was like, wow, we have to have this because it's a really big issue for us. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And so I told all my friends and I was like, let's get this going. This is a big issue. And so I got a bunch of people to do it, and then it advanced fully like that.
I was really surprised with the turnout yesterday. I was expecting 35, maybe 40 people, and over 400 people ended up turning out. It was crazy.
I'm also really happy with the turnout, just seeing how amazing that it was, that everybody got to go up there and share, and feeling how awesome it was that people actually cared when you went up there and shared.
Kind of how I felt during the whole protest was everyone was there to show their respect to gun violence, and several people came up to share how they felt about gun violence, especially I, and so did Eden. And I feel that'll just stick with me through my life because I've never been in a protest, so that was my first time.
I think overall all of us are very happy with the turnout, and I think that having that at our school just makes our school way more aware of and have a very diverse background, because that's what we can do, showing that if we work together as students, it doesn't even have to be staff-led, that we can have something turn out amazing like that.
Thanks for sharing, Blake, Eden, Caden, and Brooklyn, and thanks for helping to organize that student-led event. I think just to add a little bit more perspective from school administration, it's certainly interesting when you get communication from the students and they're saying, hey, we want to do this thing, and we really support student voice, and so we wanted to give them that space and kind of help those students with that messaging. That makes it more inclusive. We can then get the information to parents in advance, and then hopefully that provides good guardrails for the event to make it a safe experience. There's really not a great way to do a student walkout. We're not like Merrill or East, where we can just walk right down to the Capitol. So we went to the park, and I think that we saw what we see in democracy, which is just varied levels of interest, varied levels of skill sets, but we worked together. So some students were impassioned and they had a lot of great things to say and definitely had some goosebump moments. Some students, were out there because maybe their friends were, or it's fun to take a break from class. So a mixed experience, certainly a little bit of pandemonium when 4 of our students made a break for it that were looking to leave school that day, but thankfully we were able to bring all the students back. Some students were ready for lunch and recess. They felt satiated. Some students wanted to march on and take their message further, and we appreciate all of our students and all of their views. And I think in sum, we're just appreciative that we got a chance to have that experience, appreciative that our students stepped up, happy to give them the ability to kind of lead such an event, but then also from, I think, the family and school perspective, to have enough guardrails and enough safety in there just to kind of make sure that there was some order. Let's get a chance to learn a little bit more about some upcoming CMAS testing before we get into our Students of the Week and Teacher of the Week.
So hopefully you all know that next Monday, we start our whole school CMAS testing. What this means is that every student in the building who has not opted out of testing will be taking their first CMAS test for math on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Important ways that you can help your student show up for testing: primarily just make sure they get a good night's sleep and have a really great breakfast and are here on time. Students who are not here on time have to wait until the afternoon to take the test, and so that can interrupt some instruction that happens for us in the afternoon. So the more on time students can be, the better. Second, the second most important way that you can help prepare your student for testing is making sure they come to school with a charged computer. We have limited chargers within the building. We don't want computers to die in the middle and interrupt testing. So please just make sure that students are prepared with a charged computer. Honestly, we're really excited for testing. Our 8th graders started before spring break and they just crushed it. They worked so hard. Our teachers did a great job. So we're really looking forward to seeing where this testing takes us, but we're optimistic and know that teachers and students have been working really hard on this, and we'll get to it on Monday. We have a very special teacher showcase this week because we aren't honoring or showcasing teachers, but instead our amazing paraeducator group. This week is Paraeducator Appreciation Week, and where everyone got to meet our autism paraprofessionals earlier in the year through this. This time we want to introduce you to 4 very important paraprofessionals who support mild, moderate education in our classrooms in general. So just a very, very heartfelt thank you to Mr. Jalen, Ms. Taylor, Ms. Willow, and Ms. Jennifer. We have nothing but wonderful things to say about all of you and all the ways you support our students and our staff. So please enjoy learning more about our paraeducator team.
I appreciate Ms. Jennifer because she shows up every single day and she is focused and dedicated to helping the students improve their math skills. She is kind, she is supportive, she is helpful, and she is a joy to work with.
The reason that I love working with Miss Taylor is because she is so full of energy, so fun. She loves our kids so much. She's great at what she does. She runs an amazing cheer team. It is so fun to watch our cheer team perform, and she can always be a listening ear to staff and our students.
I appreciate Miss Willow because not only does she come into my room with 110% to help every student in there, but there are so many other things that she does around the building that she truly helps our school function and thrive.
I appreciate Jalen because he brings so much pizzazz to the team as well as love for our students. He cares so much and he is so engaging, and it's just so empowering to have someone with such great skill and tenacity here at DGS.